In this video, I'm about to react to a video titled, "Don't Use a Heat Press When Starting a Clothing Brand." I thought it was an interesting title, and we're gonna get to it right after the intro. Okay, let's jump right into it. But before we do, you guys know what you do for me. I need you to like this video, comment, subscribe, do all of that good stuff, because I might be dropping reaction videos all the time. Yes, I mean all the time. Now, like I said in the intro, I've been wanting to do reaction videos for, I don't know, as long as I've been on YouTube, and I've been trying to figure out if I should do them in the niche or should jump out of the niche. But nonetheless, today we are here. We're going to be reacting to this video from World and Vision. Don't use a heat press when starting a clothing brand. I thought this was the perfect video when I saw it. I kind of was like, man, I want to watch it, but then I don't want to watch it. I thought this was a great opportunity to create this reaction video series. So this is going to be the first pilot. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this. But let's get into his video.
So if you're starting a clothing brand and you're starting with it.
Oh yeah, I'm watching this in 1.5 so I can get through it. It's an 11-minute video. I don't want my reaction to be too long, but let's get started.
Heat press, you're probably wondering right now, like, have you been doing this wrong the whole time? But that's not the case. Don't worry. I'm just about to show you a better way to actually produce your t-shirts, all right? It's going to help you save time, and it's going to help you get to actually what you need to be doing, which is scaling your clothing brand, all right? Let's get into the video. Welcome back to the channel, all right? But if you're new to the channel, I'm Nicholas Clark, co-owner and designer of World and Vision, all right? We started this podcast and this YouTube channel literally just to give you game, give you tips, share advice that we actually didn't have when we were starting our brand, all right? So we helping you skip a lot of the mistakes. We helping you fast forward the process and get to straight to making this cash with your clothing brand, all right?
So first and foremost, these guys have definitely been around and doing amazing things with their brand. And this thing tracks way back for me when they were actually on God is Dope.
Our message is we really trying to inspire the community where we come from. Right. Like it's not no hope. It's hard to really start a business and really, go it's damn near impossible. We damn near trying to conquer the impossible.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like a brand.
Right.
Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get it.
It's like everybody just know, like, go to the league or go to college, get a job, or just sell drugs. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't really this was a hobby for us, but now we really trying to make it like a real business and really show these people that you could really do this.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think we, because a lot of people know us in New Orleans, and I think if we really do this, like, we really gonna inspire people for real. Like, we really gonna touch them.
Right.
Like, and make them really think, like, to a whole nother level.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? We gotta show them, though.
Right.
Podcast, and he kind of did like a little, I don't know if I call it a mentee series, but they went to him for some guidance and different things like that. So I've been kind of following and tapped in with what they've been doing since then. And they definitely came a long way with what they're doing. So all positive vibes there.
So check this out. In this video, I'm about to actually give you a better way than using a heat press. So most people think when starting out, a heat press is better to get them started, but that's not necessarily the case.
All right, so this is one of the things where, like, I'm big on heat press. I'm big on starting out with a heat press, getting your feet wet, starting with a heat press, getting a heat press, getting yourself going. I think the knowledge that you get from starting with a heat press for most people is gonna be, is gonna translate no matter which direction you wanna go. So I'm one of those people like start with a heat press.
Really what you want to do is you want to focus on sales. And in order to focus on sales, you need time to focus on sales, all right? But if you're sitting up there and you producing every last single shirt that you're selling, you're not going to have much time to actually get selling. So let's just say if you have a 9 to 5, right, and you're doing your brand on the side, and you're trying to work on your brand, so you can switch your 9 to 5. How are you going to switch your 9 to 5 if you're not getting sales? So
this is true, okay? I always say when people are coming out, starting a brand, you got to figure out if you want to produce the brand or if you're going to have someone else produce it. If you produce your own brand, you definitely are going to lose time. The busier you get with all those requests, hey, I want this one red with white. Can I get a pink with red? Can I get all of these different colors and things? You're going to get bottled up. But not only that, and I want to see if he mentions in this video, but not only that, when you start to let people know that you're making your brand and you're hands-on, they're going to start to come to you with job requests for stuff that they may need, that they may want. And a lot of print shops are born from that concept. They get into it to create their own brand. They get into it to create merch for their band or their brand, or you know, or whatever it is that they got going on, but they end up getting all of these requests, and it's hard to kind of say no for money, especially when you're starting out, because, you know, your brand may not be where you want it to be at the moment, but here goes somebody trying to buy 50 or 100 shirts. So you end up diving into that, and it's one of those things that can eat up a lot of your time, and eventually you lose the reason why you kind of got the heat press or you got the equipment in the first place, and you don't start producing your brand. So I agree 1,000.
The reason why most brands don't get sales is because they don't spend enough time doing it. You have to be able to develop that skill of selling. But how are you going to develop that skill if you constantly using your time to produce merchandise with heat press? Before we actually get into all of the gym, I need you to hit that subscribe button. I need you to like this video and let me know what's the best takeaway from this video. And if you don't know, we're doing a giveaway right now. We're giving a lucky subscriber 100 free t-shirts. But how to enter this video is going to be a little different this time. I want you to watch this video from beginning to end, and I want you to actually share your best piece of information on what you learned from this video. And if you're using a heat press, let me know if this helped or if this didn't help. So I'm not necessarily saying that using the heat press is totally wrong, but I'm saying this: if you want to scale fast, if you want to get to 6-7 figures fast, you need to delegate and elevate. I know y'all hear us talk about it all the time, but you have to focus on something that's hard for someone else to do but easy for you to do. So I'm going to teach you the difference between heat press and screen print your garments. And I'm going to tell you why we decided to do screen print and why we decide not to do heat press. So before we do that, I'm going to actually get a quick gem and a quick tip and some wise words from my partner Marlon. Let's get to it.
Hi, how y'all doing? I'm Marlon Wise. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the co-owner and CEO of Well Vision. And right now I'm just going to give you guys some reasons on why you shouldn't be utilizing the heat press. I know a lot of you that's watching this video may be utilizing the heat press and like, oh no, he's saying don't utilize the heat press. But what you need to do is start making that conversion over to allowing someone else to produce your merchandise. And why I'm saying that is because when you're actually focusing on spending time on producing your shirt on your heat press, you're actually taking away time that you can focus on creating content, doing a pop-up shop, like making the sales, actually getting the product moving, because you're actually spending time making that garment. And then we actually was heat pressing hats at one time, and we was like, man, we can only heat press a certain amount of hats every hour. We were selling as many hats as we can actually produce. So we had to decide, like, the only way to truly scale this part of our business is for us to outsource this. So we began outsourcing print. And so now as we outsource print, that freed up our time to do other things.
So I think this is an interesting place to be in this mix, because yes, you can outsource it, but you could also create jobs, and you can multiply it by, you know, if you heat pressing hats, you can heat press hats, you can get another heat press, you can bring in another employee, you can kind of automate this process. But I agree, like, pretty much wholeheartedly with the direction that it's going. And you got to make sure that the advice that you're getting and you're taking is taking you in a direction that you want to go. So if a brand is the way you want to go, you definitely want to start to remove yourself from production. That's either by hiring and building out the print shop department or whatever the case is, or production that you have with your team, or by outsourcing and freeing up your time, undoubtedly. But to be heat pressing as many hats as you can sell, that's a good problem to have.
So I recommend, if you have a heat press, that you start to transition to maybe finding a local screen print shop that can screen print your product. And we always still recommend bringing those shirts. So if you have a heat press, you're probably already ordering shirts from a wholesaler. I wouldn't say stop ordering your shirts from a wholesaler, because the print shop is just going to make a markup on it. But continue to order those blank shirts. But you need to now bring that to a local print shop and allow them to print on your garments. All right, time is valuable.
That's a gem. That is a huge gem right there. As you guys know, I started out as a broker, so I was just paying $8 a shirt, no matter how many shirts I bring. Eventually, I started to provide my own blanks, and she would charge me $3, right? She would charge me $3 for just the print, just say one color print. I went from $8 to $3, and the shirts are like $3 at this time. It's a while back. So the shirts at the time were about $3. So she was marking it up $2, $2.50, depending on what shirt I was using. So I was able to put that cash right back in my pocket. So go to the printer with your garments from a wholesale buyer, and then just pay the actual printing costs that they charge you, whether that's a setup fee or anything like that. So huge gem right there.
Valuable. Your time is valuable. You can't be spent. You're not a manufacturer. So that's what we realized when we was in there heat pressing all these hats. You know, literally one hat taking 5 to 10 minutes. So
I don't know about that piece, bro. Come on, man. 5 to 10 minutes. I don't know about that. That's a long time. You should be getting hats on and off the press in about 20 to 30 seconds each.
We can only make 6 hats. We're not a manufacturer, we're a brand. We need to focus on selling our product, all right? So if you got a heat press in your house right now, I'm not saying just stop what you're doing today, because that's how you have your brand going, but you do need to realize that you need to start to make that transition to finding you a print shop or a manufacturer that can produce the garments that you want.
All right, so I know Marlon just gave y'all some quick gems and some great tips on why you shouldn't be using a heat press. And the main thing Marlon talked about, which is super important, is saving a lot of time. You want to save time for, like I said at the beginning, you want to focus on sales. So the number one reason why we don't use heat press, number one is going to be time. So I'm about to actually take y'all to the screen print shop right now, and I'm about to show you how to get down over there at the screen print shop. So the first thing I told you was going to do is save time, but the second thing I'm going to tell you is what's going to happen is you're going to increase your quality. So your print quality is going to...
So did he just walk to the other side of the building, or did he leave and go to the print shop? That's interesting. Because I think it'd be pretty dope if he actually like got a place next to his printer, right?
Much better if you decide to go with screen print instead of heat press. So right now I'm actually at a screen print shop, the exact screen print shop that we use at World & Vision, and behind me is a 20-head screen print machine, automatic. What's crazy is this machine prints automatically. Only one person is needed to run this entire machine. So you can print up to 11 colors with this single machine. All right, now I'm gonna get an expert over here and I'm gonna ask him a couple of questions that's gonna help us out much more. So check this out, we got a screen print expert with us. We got Danny from Tommy T's. All right, you putting on right now. You putting on right now. Check this out. Can you let us know? I got a couple of questions for you. My first question is, how many T-shirts can this machine behind us print in 1 hour?
I mean, 1 hour, just rocking and rolling, 700-800, no problem.
So 700-800 is accurate. Obviously, this guy knows he's running it. I feel like most shops that I've been into, they print somewhere between 300 and 400. Like full speed is around 800, depending on what machine you have. But a lot of shops are running them because you want to reduce error, and that seems to be, from what I hear from the people I talk to, somewhere between 300 and 400 an hour. But it'd be great if he was rocking that thing full speed.
Y'all, I don't think they heard that. I need you to repeat that for me right quick.
700 or 800.
700 or 800.
And the best part about this, I don't know what he's about to say. The best part about that is, once you set that thing up, it don't like it's going to take, whether you're doing a 1-color job or you're doing a 6-color job, an 8-color job, it's just going to rock out.
T-shirts. If someone wants to get after it, 8, 9,
1200.
If you're just rocking.
Yeah.
All right, so check this out. With this screen print machine, you could print almost 1,000 T-shirts in 1 single hour. So that's why we tell you, don't focus on creating a garment. Let an expert do that, and you focus on selling. Hey, we giving y'all exclusive behind-the-scenes action. All right, I need y'all to look. If y'all want more of this, if y'all want more content like this, if y'all want them exclusive gems that's gonna help you scale your brand, don't worry, we got you. Go ahead and tap the link in the description to join our absolutely free Facebook group. I need y'all to see what we got going on in that thing. So I can't wait to see you inside. Let's get back into the video. I got another question for you. Do you think that? Tell me which one is more quality. Doing it yourself with a heat press, or letting the expert screen print your T-shirts?
I mean, the heat press technology is getting better, but I think screen printing is still superior. I mean, I think it looks better, it feels better, and I mean, it's a lot quicker.
All right.
This is a loaded question for a screen printer, man. Because yes, screen printing obviously has the best quality, but I don't think the customer at the end of the day cares anymore, right? And he's right. The technology with heat pressing is becoming a long way, but the same technology that you're using at home is the same technology that these screen print shops are now using in their shops in most situations when it comes to like using DTF transfers and different things like that.
So check this out. So all the years that we've been coming in screen print T-shirt and all the thousands of shirts that we brought to you guys at screen print. So this one question, and you're not even running the clothing brand, but anybody I feel like can answer this. Do you think I can scale to having a multi-million-dollar clothing brand with me heat pressing my T-shirts myself?
I mean, you'd have to have like hundreds of heat presses. I would imagine. I mean, I don't know how you. I mean, you could, but it would take a while.
It would take the life out of you. All right, it would take time. It would take so much time. You definitely don't want to spend all that time focusing on creating a garment because you're not going to get any sales. You as the entrepreneur, you as the person that's building this brand, you need to focus on marketing. You need to focus on selling your garments instead of producing your garments. So leave that to an expert. That's the tip that we like to give over here. Leave that to an expert. Spend more of your time on selling than creating the actual garment. You can create the design, but don't sit there and produce the product itself.
So I'm thinking back to me 2015 doing $20,000-$30,000 months with HBCUTs, and this is off of $10 and $15 T-shirts, and I was screen printing back that time, and then I actually got my first heat press, got the vinyl cutter and all of that kind of stuff to do some customs, and it's way more time consuming. You definitely gonna need to have a bunch of dual shuttle presses and some employees to do it, but I think it's definitely doable, especially now they got automated presses that run in circles. Just like a screen print machine now, with the Stampinator on this screen print machine, you can lay down a transfer and you can produce some of the same speeds and different things like that. So I definitely think the technology has come a long way, but either way, you're gonna be getting into like that full-blown production. You're gonna have to become an expert at either setting up and managing or having someone on your team that can manage and run production, Or on the other hand, you're gonna have to be the one with that expertise. And is everything he's saying about you're not gonna have the energy or time to focus on selling, you're definitely gonna need that. So it's kind of like this guy is now partnered with World Envision as a production partner. And that's where the relationships come in, right? While he's not inside of his business, you're gonna have this business relationship, especially when you start doing volume, that company is now like a partner, right? You guys are both mutually invested in the success because you're keeping his press running and he's keeping your product flowing to you.
So like I told y'all, all right, we screen print at this exact shop. So check this out. Right now, we got some of our t-shirts actually being stacked up right here at this current moment. And then this is our order sheet. So whenever you go to a screen print shop, you definitely want to have the design and you want to have the breakdown. You want to let them know how many smalls is going to be, how many mediums is going to be, how many large is going to be, how many extra large, and so forth. And then I'm going to give you another quick hack. What you want to do is actually take these t-shirts, and I think Marlon gave y'all the gem, but what you want to do is actually order your t-shirts by yourself. Like you go to a normal wholesale t-shirt site, order those shirts, send them to your house, and what you're going to do is you're going to bring those shirts to the screen print shop. Because if you don't do that method, then what the screen print shop is going to do is actually upcharge you for those t-shirts. So instead of spending $3 or $4 on the shirts, the screen printer is going to charge you $5 or $6 just for the t-shirt. So cut the middleman out, go straight to the plug, go to the wholesale site, order your t-shirts, then bring it to the screen print shop.
So hidden gem, opposite what he said. If you're the producer out there, if you're the one printing the shirts and stuff like that, I met a guy in Philly and he actually flipped his print costs on his head. So he had a higher print cost and he didn't really mark up the shirt, maybe 25, 50 cents for the shirt. And he had a higher print cost because so many people were coming into him with bags of shirts, whether they got them from a wholesaler or they went like the Foreman Mills and got irregulars or wherever they got them from. So he went in and flipped it on his head. So he just had like a $5 print cost versus a $3 print cost. I thought it was pretty dope and it worked for him.
So check this out. While I was at the screen print shop, I was able to print World Envision shirts while I was making a video. So that's why it's super important to delegate and elevate. Allow the expert to do that, and you focus on doing other things like creating content and making sales. Hey, I hope y'all like this video right here because I gave y'all my all, man. Let's get it.
All right, y'all. I know Nick gave y'all a lot of game in this video, and I just want to say I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. Thank y'all for supporting us. Don't forget, every Monday at 11 o'clock, we're going to be releasing these videos. So if you've been enjoying these videos, go ahead on and leave me a comment on what's been your favorite video so far, the goals that you need to accomplish.
All right, man, to sum it up, man, this is my first reaction video. Overall, man, I totally agree with these guys when it comes to like their viewpoints on heat pressing. And so if you got a brand out there, this is definitely something that you want to consider and think about. And start small, man. What I would say is, you know, put one of your friends on in position to do the production until you get that volume up that you can go to a screen printer and get a volume that will warrant you a good price and different things like that. But undoubtedly, man, I said this early on when I'm talking about branding and stuff like that. If you buy equipment to produce a brand, you're eventually going to turn and you're not going to be printing your brand anymore. You're going to become a printer for other people because it's really hard to turn away the money, especially in that beginning, like I said earlier, when things aren't working. Listen, if you like this reaction video, meet me down in the comments, let me know. Make sure I'm going to link up the rec video if you haven't watched it. Go over there. If you've already seen some gems in there, go ahead and comment on their video. Give them some gems. Shout out to these guys doing great stuff, man. We need more people who are actually doing the work, making content, okay? So if you haven't already, make sure you follow me on Decorator by Nature. That's where I'm going to get to the business of building a screen print shop from a very, very small setup, 300 square feet, the size of a single car garage. This has been your boy, Stan Basement T-Shirt Side Hustle. Peace.
The T-Shirt Side Hustle team would like to give a huge shout out to its contributing members.